Wacha tuonje kitamaduni ya Kiluya kidogo.
Wanindi iwe wanindi inakuseberanga kulala. Wanindi iwe wanindi inakuseberanga kulala. Bazacha bahamanga kingano checho iwe wanindi inakuseberanga kulala. Sereli bafumanga makuanga ku iwe wanindi inakuseberanga kulala. Mugungoma muno iwe wanindi inakuseberanga kulala. Baluya bano iwe wanindi inakuseberanga kulala. Ranzo ya babegale kingano chakwa iwe wanindi inakuseberanga kulala. Wanindi anaitwa ambassador Wanyika Wajinje.
Hebu piga makofi ya Kiluya kidogo.
Bana bebuluye ebarwaye na iwe wanindi mukulu. Akishika sana unaweka na wewe ebarwaye na iwe wanindi mukulu. Unia moje, dia moje, rejeze boli boli. Dia moje, yamani unia moje, dia moje, rejeze boli boli. Dia moje, naomba unia moje, dia moje, rejeze boli boli. Dia moje, naomba unia moje, dia moje, rejeze boli boli. Dia moje, ikishika sana, dia moje, rejeze boli boli. Dia moje, jamani ikishika sana, dia moje, rejeze boli boli.
Makofi, asante sana. Hebu tuwapongeze kwa makofi. Thank you very much. When they were doing the Luya song, I was watching our chief guest very keenly and he was smiling all through. Tuwapige makofi tafadhali. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Allow me one more time to bring now our hosts, University of Eldoret Cultural Dancers. Your Excellency, they are going to perform 2 songs in 2 minutes. Your Excellency, to begin with, they are going to do a song entitled Ukulima. And to finish with, they are going to do a Pokot song, a Pokot folk song, which is sung during happy moments. Makofi kwa University of Eldoret tafadhali. Thank you. University of Eldoret Cultural Dancers, wimbo Ukulima. All right. Kenya twasonga mbele kwa ukulima.
To me. Kenya nchi yangu. Kenya, Kenya, Kenya nchi yangu.
Kenya ni nchi imebarikiwa na Mungu.
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 Amani idumu kote Kenya.
Twaomba amani idumu kote Kenya.
Upendo udumu kote Kenya.
Twaomba upendo udumu kote Kenya.
Umoja udumu kote Kenya.
Twaomba umoja udumu kote Kenya.
Undugu udumu kote Kenya.
Twaomba udugu udumu kote Kenya. Kenya, Kenya, Kenya nchi yangu. Kenya, Kenya, Kenya nchi yangu. Kenya, Kenya, Kenya nchi yangu. Kenya, Kenya, Kenya nchi yangu.
Makofi kwa tafadhali. To finish with Your Excellency, they are going to do a Pokot song, Asai.
Ya saye ekonga ye lewe yo uye Prime CS uye tunakupenda Musalia wetu uye mchapakazi uye karibu university uye University Eldoret uye ya saye ekonga ye uyo
Hebu tuwapongeze wageni wetu rasmi wanapojiunga nao. University of Eldoret Cultural Dancers.
Uye Prime CS uye karibu university uye University Eldoret uye tunakupenda uye Kaundi Jalilim uye Kaundi Koti Moja uye ya saye ekonga ye alewe yo uye karibu university uye kwa Professor Jeriot uye kwa Professor Jeriot uye tunakupenda uye Abraham CS uye Musalia Mudavadi uye mchapakazi uye tunakupenda.
Karibu wageni wakitoka yo. Karibu Musalia wakitoka yo. Karibu UOE wakitoka yo. Rage chomyot wakitoka yo. Kichame chagalia. Karibu karibu gavana
Mwana mbeli bayaye bayaye we Mwana mbeli Mudavadi Mudavadi we Mwana mbeli Florence bayaye ko.
Hebu tuwapongeze kwa makofi mazuri. Asante sana the University of Eldoret. Asante sana. Thank you very much. That is the University of Eldoret Cultural Dancers finishing in style with the Luya rendition. Asante. Tuwapongeze kwa makofi tafadhali. All right. Your Excellency, representing all the young farmers, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Israel, aka Young Man. Makofi tafadhali anapokuja kwenye jukwaa.
Asante sana. Thank you so much. Alright, kidogo DJ. Naomba nisalimie kwanza the prime secretary, ladies and gentlemen. Mumekaribisha Musalia Wasingishu jameni. Hebu nione kwa makofi ya kilo kidogo. Mumekaribisha Dr. Deborah jameni, mumekaribisha yeye. Mumekaribisha koti moja jameni, Excellency Wasingishu County. Wapi makofi? Wasingishu, Mungu ametupenda sana. Iko kila kitu. Naomba tu ninyoshie mkono yako juu namna hii. Tukiimba pamoja. The song says Chamej Kiptayat. It says God loves us. Mungu anatupenda. Omwami, niliona bado uko sawa? Aya, twende kasi DJ. Nipe kitu. Aya, nipe makofi ya kilo namna hii kidogo tu. Naomba tu makofi ya kilo kidogo. Wapi makofi? Hey. Wapi farmers wenzangu, nipe makofi. Asao. Warriors. Chamene bomano. Karibu Musalia. Karibu Omwami. Karibu Excellencio. Abana Ninyono. Karibu PS Rono. Wale chamene bomano. Hapa Wasingishu tunapenda Mungu. Wapi makofi ya kilo? Nipe makofi kabisa. Wapi? Tunapochunga mazingira, tunapoombea farmers, tunapenda Mwenyezi Mungu. Tunegas. Ige bunu yellow. Age bendi yellow. Unapenda Mwenyezi. Karibu Wasingishu. The city of champions. Karibu nyumbani wa rais wetu. Kama tunapenda rais wetu, ninyoshe mkono juu namna hii. Peperusha juu pole pole mahali uliko. Twende pamoja. Karibu sana Prime Cabinet, dakika moja tu. Karibu kidogo Deborah, karibu BS. Karibu Your Excellency Governor wetu. Karibu tena nyumbani. Karibu Deputy Governor Nandi County. Karibu sana. Hapa ni nyumbani wa rais wetu. Hapa ni nyumbani ya Kenya mzima. Wapi makofi ya wageni wetu? Nipe makofi ya kilo kidogo. Sasa hapa Omwami ni muziki bila waya. Uko tayari? Magoti iko namna gani? Aya, teremsha chini kidogo. Twende chini.
Wapi makofi?
Twende chini.
Wonderful.
Twende chini. Yaani bado unaenda chini jamani. Asante sana na Mungu awabariki. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Karibu Wasingishu. Thank you so much. Asante sana.
That is our very own Mr. Israel Youngman, Wimbo Chamej. Last but not least, Your Excellency, representing all the comrades of the University of Eldoret, is Soti Sanaya, as fourth year student taking English literature. Makofi ya Soti tafadhali. Wimbo Kingengo. DJ.
Taimba wote. Together. tupige makofi sisi wote. Katumeketi tu. Karibuni University of Eldoret. Listen to this now. As we wind up blessing together.
Hebu tupige makofi anapomalizia. Sati Sanaya. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sati. God bless you. Thank you, Sati, together with our cultural dancers. Your Excellency, sir, at this point now, with your permission, allow me to invite the County Commissioner, Dr. Edison Nyale, to continue the program from there. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, our able MC, our chief guests, our CSS and PSS, His Excellency Governors, and all the presentations, members of 40 states, and also the farmers from the 10 counties, and mostly from Uasin Gishu. Today is our day. Today we are humbled and honored that we join our chief guest to this memorable launch of this magnificent program. Mine is just to welcome you to this county, especially for those coming from outside the other countries, and also the guests from our headquarters there. Mine also is just to assure that this program will be rolled out in an environment that is very conducive and an environment that will have an impactful way or life even to the livelihood of the people in this county and beyond. So without much ado, you came yesterday, you came today, kindly feel welcome and don't be in a hurry. The Executive Governor will tell you we are not in a hurry here, especially in inviting and welcoming our guests. So don't be in a hurry. Just take your time and spend much in this county. Otherwise, may I call upon Dr. Mwenda to continue from there.
Thank you, Bwana County Commissioner, Your Excellency, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Daktari Musalia Mudavadi, the Governor, Uasin Gishu County, PS, Dr. Rono, and all other guests. I'm Jaboni. Wacha kwanza ni salimie wakulima wote, wale wako kutoka Uasin Gishu, Elgeyo Marakwet County, Nandi, West Pokot, Trans Nzoia, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Kericho, Bomet, Nairobi. Wakulima mpo? Mupo kweli? Wacha nisikie sauti ya wakulima. Wakulima mpo? Muko kweli? Asanteni sana. So Your Excellency, my name is Mwenda Tomailotha. I'm the CEO of the Kenya National Farmers Federation. I'm also the president of the World Farmers Organization. Let me take this opportunity to thank very sincerely the government of Kenya for the support I was accorded last month when I was elected president of the World Farmers Organization. Dr. Ronald, thank you very much, sir, for your support. Please bring my regards to the Cabinet Secretary and to the government for the support that you accorded me. Now, when farmers in this world are speaking, I'm proud that a Kenyan will be representing the voice of farmers, not only from Kenya, not only from Africa, but from around the world in different farmer forums at the UN, World Economic Forum, and many, many other forums across the world. Now, I'm going to talk briefly about this project, and I'm going to focus on increasing resilience to climate change and improving beneficiaries' livelihoods. Beneficiaries are the farmers that we've talked about. And before I do that, let me recognize the presence of the KENAF chair in Elgeyo Marakwet, Madam Ruth Kemboi, who is the host. Madam Ruth, asante sana. So farmers play 3 critical and indispensable functions. They produce the food that keeps us all alive. We are all here because we eat food that is produced by farmers. They care for the natural capital base. I'm happy to see the Cabinet Secretary for the Environment, Climate Change, and Forestry. Farmers also underwrite peace, security, and democracy. Without food, there will be chaos in this world. So these 3 important roles farmers play. Unfortunately, the architecture that underwrites this context is under intense stress. The stress is coming from climate change, degradation of the natural capital base, and geopolitical pressures. We see the wars that are happening and disrupting the supply of fertilizers and many other things. These are bearing a lot of pressure on the farmer's ability to produce food, to take care of the natural capital base, and to underwrite peace, democracy, and security. A sound and resilient agri-food system requires the availability of food to begin with. We must have food that keeps us alive. It requires quality and safety. We must have food that is safe and of a high quality. It also requires affordability and climate responsiveness. So the food that we produce also has to be affordable, and it has to be responsive to the climate. Now, we are gathered here today to talk about the launch of this project that is going to look at enhancing resilience among the beneficiaries and improving their livelihoods. We have the government here, the national government, we have the county government, we have farmers who are the beneficiaries, and we have many, many other actors, including the International Fund for Agricultural Development, which is providing the funds that will be underwriting this project. Now, what is our role? The government, and Your Excellency, it is important that you're here. When you talk about availability, farmers need access to technical advisory services. As we know, of course, agriculture is a devolved function, but this is something that the national government and the county governments must always agree on so that we provide technical advisory services to farmers. Farmers left on their own, there are a lot of things. There's a lot of research coming out of CalRO and many, many other research institutions. And farmers need to access this research output so that they can enhance their enterprises. Excuse me. So this is something that we need the support of the government, both at the national and at the county level. When you talk about quality and safety, the food that we produce has to be of a high quality and safe. Again, we need the support of regulatory agencies, both at the national government and the county level, so that we are producing food that is safe and of a high standard, first for our people, first for the domestic market, before we even think about the export market. Then we need something called price stability. This is affordability, Your Excellency. If the food that is being produced, farmers cannot afford it, then it's not going to help build resilience. If the farmers are selling what they produce at below the cost of production, then it's not going to help build resilience. This is a space where the government needs to come in and ensure that farmers always get a price that is higher than their cost of production. Lastly is resilience to climate change. And this is very key. As you see, Your Excellency, now the rains have failed. A lot of farmers have invested millions of shillings on their farms. The rains have failed, the maize is stunted, we are not going to have the production that we envisaged. How are farmers going to get compensated for this? This is going to become increasingly common because now we are hearing an El Nino is coming. What is going to happen? We need to sit together as actors, the government at the national level, the county government, many other development partners and farmers, and agree that how do we help farmers build resilience towards climate change, because this is going to become increasingly common. And as we build climate change, let's also, as we build this resilience, let us also remember that farmers need other things to do with social protection. Your Excellency, let's talk about farmers accessing health insurance through the social health share. Let's also start talking about farmers building pensions, because farmers work all their lives providing the three critical roles I talked about: food, underwriting the natural capital base, and peace, security, and democracy. And then when they get old, they do not have a fallback plan because they do not have pensions. So as we build resilience towards climate change, Your Excellency, let us also bring these two issues to the fore. How do farmers access health insurance, and how do farmers build pensions? Lastly, for farmers, we must unite. If we do not unite, we are taken advantage over by very many players, including market actors. So let's unite in our cooperatives. If you are producing milk, you're producing poultry, indigenous vegetables, whatever it is you're producing, make sure you belong in a cooperative. And then let those cooperatives join up and federate at the national level where Kenya National Farmers Federation sits, so that your voice is heard. We can present our voice to the government at the national level and at the county level, and we can also enhance our agency when we are negotiating with the markets. That is very important. Wakulima, wacha tushikane, tukue pamoja, ndio nguvu yetu itapatikana. Katika KENAF tunasema KENAF ndio sauti ya mkulima na sauti ya mkulima ndio KENAF. So wacha tujenge cooperatives kutoka mashinani mpaka pale juu, na tutaweza kubuild hiyo resilience ambayo tunaongea. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much Daktari Mwenda kwa ufasaha wa jambo hilo. Niruhusu mgeni wa heshima niweze kumwalika kaka yetu Kubuk, the National Program Coordinator, aweze kuja kusema 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, alafu tuendelee kutoka hapo. Asanteni.
Thank you, Kaka. Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, our very able PCS, allow me to stand on all protocols observed and established. Good morning. Today we are launching InReMP, but we are not merely launching a program. We are launching a promise to restore our landscapes, strengthen our livelihoods, and leave our children a greener Kenya than the one we inherited. Our InReMP is our collective response to the realities of climate crisis: silent and not so silent land degradation, ever declining soil fertility and water scarcity. We have learned that we cannot produce abundant harvests from exhausted soils, nor can rivers continue flowing if we neglect the landscapes that feed them. Nature keeps excellent records, and sooner or later, it will always send us an invoice. Over the next 8 years, Bwana PS, this program will work with more than 400,000 rural households across 10 counties to restore degraded landscapes and promote climate-smart agriculture. Our ambition is not only to increase incomes, but also to improve nutrition. We want every restored landscape to produce healthier food,
every productive farm to nourish healthier families and every household to enjoy both prosperity and dignity. As InReMP, our vision is very simple. Healthier soils that nourish healthier crops, healthier crops that nourish healthier families, and healthier families that build stronger and more prosperous local communities. Your Excellency, sir, the success of our InReMP will definitely not be measured by the number of very many formal and informal meetings in workshops and elsewhere, or to be conducted in written reports. But they'll be measured by the rivers that continue to flow with abundant clean water during the dry season. The hillsides that turn forever green again and again. Farms that become more productive, our children who enjoy more nutritious, balanced, and affordable diets, our young people who find opportunities in agriculture, and communities that view natural resources not as assets to be exhausted, but as an inheritance to be protected and guarded jealously. As your national program coordinator, I assure our chief guest and the entire country that the program coordination and management unit is fully committed to professionalism, transparency, accountability, and delivering sustainable results. Together with the national government, the county governments, International Fund for Agricultural Development and other partners, and the rest, our hardworking local communities among others, we shall turn this vision into a reality. Allow me to express our sincere appreciation to all of you and Sandrai, whose commitment has brought us to this important milestone. So before I conclude, allow me one prediction. I can already see the Kenya that InReMP will help build from today. One where rivers flow longer, forests stand taller, farms produce more, and children grow up believing that caring for nature is simply the Kenyan way of life. Yes, a Kenya without dry rivers and exhausted soils. One with thriving farms, green hills, and prosperous communities. Just because of the decisions that we are going to make today moving forward. Our chief guest, ladies and gentlemen, when we restore nature, nature definitely will restore us. When we invest in our people transform our nation. That is the promise of InReMP, and that is the Kenya we begin building today. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, our National Program Coordinator. We are moving further. I'm now going to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Professor Thomas Kimeli Cheriot, for his remarks.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, Dr. Deborah Barasa, who is CS, Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, Dr. Kibrono Rono, PS, State Department for Agriculture, Dr. Engineer Festus Ngeno, PS, State Department for Environment and Climate Change, Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. Jonathan B., Governor of Singishu County, representative of IFAD, who is the development partner for this project, distinguished leaders from county and national government, farmers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning again. My name is Professor Thomas Cheriot, Vice Chancellor, University of Eldoret, and it's my great pleasure this morning to welcome you to University of Eldoret, the flame of knowledge and innovation. We are honored to host this program, the launch of this program today, whose theme is building climate resilient livelihoods through inclusive and sustainable natural resource management. Your Excellency, University of Eldoret has a long history of 80 plus years of engaging with farmers. It started in 1946 as a farmer training center for large-scale farmers. And up to date, we've been engaging farmers through training, research, and recently, ensuring that we come up with innovative climate-smart technologies to be able to ensure that agricultural production is resilient and also value addition. This program, therefore, Your Excellency, aligns very well with our mission of delivering practical climate-smart solutions for sustainable development. Through these through innovations that we have, such as tissue culture, embryo transfer technology, climate-smart techs, sustainable land and water management initiatives, we continue to support resilient farming systems and livelihoods. We warmly invite everyone to return to University of Eldoret in September this year during our 18th edition of annual agribusiness trade fair, where we interact with stakeholders in agriculture, from farmers, from seed companies, from technology transfer farms, and also our researchers. With those few remarks, I warmly welcome you to the University of Eldoret for this launch of the Integrated National Resource Management Program. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Your Excellency, allow me to continue the program from here. At this point, I will invite all officers from IFAD to kindly come on stage so that you do introduction. Then, Your Excellency, there is a video with your permission that is going to be played, a 3-minute video. IFAD, please.
Thank you very much. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Lucas Limfors. I'm a program officer in IFAD's Kenya country office. I'll now pass the mic to my colleague to also introduce herself. But let me also pass the greetings from our country director, Ms. Mariatu Kamara, that unfortunately could not be here today due to unforeseen circumstances. But as mentioned by the MC, we have been able to record a video that will be shown shortly.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Governors present, Principal Secretaries, and all protocols observed. My name is Winnie Chepkemoi. I work with the IFAD Country Office, and we bring the courtesies of our country representative. Thank you very much.
So our technical team, let's do the video, please. Are we okay? All right, Your Excellency, sir, it seems we have a technical hitch. So allow me, IFAD, we can continue so that once we're okay, we will do the video. Thank you. Let's appreciate IFAD, please. Your Excellency, sir, allow me now at this point to invite Ms. Regina Ombam, Principal Secretary, State Department of Trade. Welcome, Madam PS.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to ride on the protocols already established. As indicated, my name is Regina Ombam. I'm the Principal Secretary for Trade, and I'm here a very excited Kenyan. I'm excited because I don't think we are here for a launch. I believe we are here to sign a new covenant between our land, our people, and our water. Wakulima mpo? Wakulima fire si fire? This is because we are actually changing the way we are doing business in the farming ecosystem. We are allowing for the smallholder farmers to take charge, to take responsibility of their destiny. And with their resilience, we are seeing a Kenya that is climate smart, that is climate resistant, and a Kenya that is actually ensuring that there's going to be food security for its population for years to come. So I'm a happy person because this program is actually one that is going to strengthen my value chain, that is the trade part, where I'm supposed to ensure that you get the market for your products. And because we are going to engage communities, particularly we are engaging the women, we are engaging the young people, we are engaging the marginalized, to actually transform the way in which we secure our ecosystem. This is a gold that we cannot take for granted. So I'm happy that we are here today to launch a new way of doing agriculture that is sustainable, that is resilient, that is going to help this country for many years to come. So once again, congratulations to the IFAD program team for this initiative and the people behind it, my colleague from the Ministry of Agriculture, my colleague from the Ministry of Environment, and Cabinet Secretary Environment. Thank you very much for really pushing this agenda that makes sure Kenya becomes a climate-smart society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam PS. Your Excellency, with your permission, I now invite on stage the Principal Secretary, State Department for Gender Affairs and Affirmative Action, Ms. Anne Wangombe. Madam PS, please.
Your Excellency, our Prime Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, our Cabinet Secretary for Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, Dr. Deborah Morongo Baraza, Your Excellency, Dr. Jonathan B., Governor of Uasin Gishu, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. It is great honor to start before you today as we launch this very important program, a program that does not merely represent a financial commitment, but a moral one. We are talking about a program that is a promise to our nation, a promise to our people, a promise to our planet, a promise to our generations. I speak to you today not just as a Principal Secretary, but a woman of this nation who understands the daily reality of our communities, rural communities particularly. I know when I speak, or when we speak of natural resource degradation, we are speaking of women who have to walk for long distances in search of water. When we speak of climate change, we are speaking of women who have to watch their crops wither. And when crops wither, clearly children go hungry. Their labor, which constitutes 70% of agricultural work, being rendered fruitless by forces that are beyond their control. But what we are saying today is that this narrative is changing. we are going to sing a different song going forward. So as we launch this program today, we are signaling very clearly that Kenya is moving from commitment to action, and from policy to practice, from vision to very meaningful change for generations to come. This is not just about conserving the environment. It is about securing livelihoods of our rural communities, restoring our natural resources, and building resilience for future generations. And it is about ensuring that the women who feed our nation, who nurture our families, and who steward our natural resources are finally recognized, empowered, and included. So let us work together across all sectors, across countries, across communities to make this program a model for integrated, inclusive, and gender transformative climate action. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you. Please give me a better clap.
Thank you, Honorable PS. We can even do much better. Let's give a better round of applause for her. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, at this point now, allow me to invite on stage the Principal Secretary, State Department for Environment and Climate Change, Dr. Engineer Festus Ngeno. Karibu sana, Bwana PS.
Your Excellency, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Deborah Barasa, Cabinet Secretary responsible for Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, Principal Secretaries who are here, led by our colleague PS Rono, PS Obama, and PS Awangombe, Governors, Excellency Governors, led by the Governor of Uasin Gishu, Dr. Jalilim, County Executive Members, International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, Project Management and Coordination Unit, Technical Officers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Allow me, Your Excellency, on the onset to pass the apologies of our colleague PS responsible for forestry, PS Mugambi, but ably represented by the Forest Secretary, Tarus, who is here. Allow me also, I've just received, Your Excellency, this program was conceptualized, being implemented in the state or in the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, but it was conceptualized in the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry. But Ministry of Environment and Forestry, then by PS Kipto, who is a PS responsible for Treasury, and he has asked me that he will not be able to make here. We are co-lead, Your Excellency, that is why my Cabinet Secretary is here with the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, and we are happy to provide the technical support that is required. Your Excellency, allow me to introduce also two other people, the Environment Secretary who is providing technical support, and also Vicky Petty, who has been part of the project management unit from the State Department running, of course, supported also by the State Department of Forestry. Your Excellency, it is a great honor to be part of this important gathering. Today marks a pivotal moment in our collective journey towards environmental sustainability, climate resilience, and economic empowerment to the communities. We are gathering here, Your Excellency, to pioneer a unified approach to managing our land, water, and vital ecosystems. For too long, our natural resources have been managed in silos, leading to inefficiency and decline in the state of environment. Fragmented strategies, Your Excellency, often fail to address the interconnected nature of our forests, rivers, and agricultural lands. And therefore, this new program breaks down barriers to view our landscape as one of our living and breathing systems. Your Excellency, by integrating our efforts, we ensure that a positive impact in one sector strengthens another one. And our goal as a sector is to create a harmonious balance where conservation, development, and agricultural production support each other. Your Excellency, the program was designed to secure a long-term health of our environmental assets and safeguard our natural heritage for generations to come. Your Excellency, this program is built around several clear, measurable deliverables. First, the program was established or will establish a comprehensive baseline data for all the forest, land, and water and soil systems. And that is why, Your Excellency, the ministry responsible for environment, forestry, and climate change is also critical in the support of this program. Next, we will deploy real-time monitoring technologies to track ecosystem health and detect threats earlier. We are also committed, Your Excellency, to restoring thousands of hectares of depleted forests through the State Department of Forests, Wetlands, and Riparian Lands policies, frameworks also to institutionalize these sustainable management practices. Your Excellency, a critical deliverable of this initiative is the creation, and this is important, that's why we have farmers here, of a community-led conservation framework, locally led resource management committees coupled with robust localized early warning systems will give residents direct oversight of the environment, and we are happy that the county governments are going to be the real implementers of these programs, Your Excellency. This program, lastly, recognizes that true environmental sustainability must be economically viable for our people. Therefore, we are focusing heavily on developing green value chains that reward sustainable and climate-proof practices. And this approach envisages turning conservation from a financial burden to a driver of local prosperity. We want to appreciate the international development partners, IFAD, TNC, UNEP, FAO, and other financial institutions who are playing a vital role. Their funding, technical expertise, and global perspective have helped shape this program from the start, and they connect our local initiatives to broader global climate goals. And as we move forward, Your Excellency, seamless coordination among all these players will be our greatest challenge and opportunity, regular multi-stakeholder forums, and let us measure our progress not just by the profits, but by the health of our forests, land, and water. Let us begin this vital work with energy, optimism, and a shared sense of duty. May our collaborative efforts shield thriving ecosystems and prosperous communities for decades. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Pierce. Your Excellency, sir, I'm informed by the technical team that now the video is okay. Your Excellency, this is a very important address by the Managing Director, IFAD. We all understand IFAD is very important, is very key in this initiative. And wow, we have some distraction. Maybe before we do the video, DJ can give a background music as we wait for the distraction to subside, please.
Cabinet Secretary for Kenya, Honorable Cabinet Secretary of Agriculture and Livestock Development.
Kidogo DJ, tafadhali. We may not get the address properly because of the distraction. Do some music, please. All right, I think we now can get the address clearly. Your Excellency, this is an address by the Managing Director, IFAD Kenya, and we all understand that IFAD is the main financier of the program Ladies and gentlemen, with the permission of our chief guest, listening.
Honorable Prime Cabinet Secretary for Kenya, Honorable Cabinet Secretary of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Honorable Cabinet Secretary for Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, Excellency Governors of the 10 participating counties, Principal Secretaries present here today, distinguished development partners, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Maria Tukamara. I am the Country Director for IFAD in Kenya. It is a great honor to join you virtually for the official launch of the Integrated Natural Resource Management Program, InReMP. Although I regret not being able to attend in person due to my transition to a new assignment within IFAD, I am nonetheless delighted to participate virtually and to be part of this important milestone. On behalf of IFAD, I extend a warm congratulations to the government and people of Kenya on this important milestone. Today we celebrate an important milestone in the partnership between the government of Kenya and IFAD with the launch of the Integrated Natural Resource Management Program. For over 4 decades, IFAD has invested in rural people across Kenya, helping build resilient livelihoods, strong food system, and sustainable rural economies. Today, Kenya hosts one of IFAD's largest portfolio in the region, reflecting our shared commitment to inclusive rural transformation. InReMP is the largest program IFAD has financed in Kenya. With a total investment of around $263 million, equivalent to over 30 billion shilling, InReMP is a perfect example of a strong partnership in action. It brings together the government of Kenya, IFAD, the Green Finance Fund, the Global Environment Facility, private sector partners, and local communities around a shared vision. Through an integrated landscape approach, the program will restore degraded lands, strengthen climate-smart agriculture, improve water security, and create sustainable economic opportunities across the 10 participating counties. Over the next 8 years, InReMP will support more than 407,000 rural households and create over 200,000 green jobs, especially for women and youth. By investing in young people, we ensure that we are creating lasting benefits for rural households. On behalf of IFAD, I congratulate the government of Kenya and all partners on the launch of this landmark program. We remain a steadfast partner in Kenya's rural transformation and look forward to a lasting impact that InReMP will deliver for rural communities across the 10 counties. I wish you all a successful launch and thank you very much. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. We can give a better round of applause because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main financier. Maybe with your permission, Your Excellency, the officers from IFAD can just stand one more time and just wave. IFAD, please. Let's appreciate them tafadhali. That is Madam Maria Tukamara, the Managing Director, IFAD, Kenya. Your Excellency, allow me now at this point to invite the Honorable Principal Secretary, State Department for Agriculture and Ministry and Livestock, Dr. Kiprono Rono, to come and make his address. Bwana PS, please.
Okay, yeah, I'm Jambo. I was just testing. I had PS Trade said, fire sio fire. Wacha niseme, fire sio fire. Nisaidie PS ishike laini mzuri hii maneno. Our chief guest today, Right Honorable Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, Cabinet Secretary Deborah Barasa, Cabinet Secretary for Environment, Forestry, and Climate Change. Excellency Governor for Singishu County, and other representatives here of the governors who are here. I know I can only see one governor here. The principal secretaries who are here, and thank you for coming. Principal Secretary for Trade, Regina Obam, my colleague also, Environment, Engineer Ngeno. I know Anwa Ngombe, she has just left. The team from IFAD in a big way. The big team from Kenya who are implementing this project led by Mr. Kubok. Team from the Ministry of Agriculture. Team from the county government. Team from the administration led by the county commissioner. The farmers team led by the president who has just talked here of the World Farmers Organization, Dr. Mwendwa. Congratulations. Amjambo. Wakulima wako. You know, normally, Excellency, farmers are, at this time, I think they are in the farm. Let me ask them. Wakulima muko? Ebuweka mkono juu nione kama muko? Aha. Very good. Welcome. I've seen you are here in light numbers, and I think, Excellency, I really want to appreciate the farmers in a big way. Before I read this speech, I know we are witnessing some signs of today's launch in terms of climate change. There's an element of drought, and these farmers, they witness some crop failures in quite a number of farms. And as a ministry, we are working with the technical experts who have just gone to the ground to check on the failure rate of the crops in the farm, especially the farmers of the North Rift who did their farming during the long rain. And this is where we call it the bread basket. So the worries are with us. But I'm happy through your guidance, we have directed the ministry to do an audit and assessment so that we can have a faster, better response to address any emergency which is likely to happen. This is a very, very rare occasion. Then, since this administration came to power, we have never have such a drought. And I hope no one will blame the administration. It is the signs of what is called climate change. Ni maneno ya Mungu, maneno ya dunia. But I am happy with our farmers because you went to the farm, and Excellency, this year alone, we are able to distribute close to 11.6 million bags of fertilizers, the highest ever done since this country was formed. 11.6 million bags. Unfortunately, is what we are seeing, crop failure. So we did all what it was supposed to be done on time with facts and precision, but we are seeing some other signs. We are expecting the highest harvest ever seen also in this country because our farmers went to the farm on time, they tilled their farm on time, they took the fertilizers on time, they also took the other farm input on time like seeds from Kenya Seeds, and they were very ready to really surprise us with a pamba harvest. But the surprise is likely to be on the negative note, but I saw the buster sprayed, and we have seen rains coming. I want to encourage the farmers. Please go back to the farm for the short rain period. We have also distributed e-vouchers for the fertilizers and input starting from 1st of July. And we believe going forward, we'll be able to achieve also what we have not achieved during this long rain season. Your Excellency, received apologies from the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Senator Mutahi Kagwe, who would have liked to be here, but he's in case somewhere. But he's with us in this in this event to launch this very important program, which is covering 10 counties. It is now my immense pleasure to welcome you all to this historic occasion as we gather to officially launch the Integrated Natural Resources Program called InReMP. Allow me to extend a very special and heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, who made sure that you are here today with the farmers. We really appreciate this ministry, and also the CS in charge of forest climate change for being here. It shows a consolidated effort and an integrated approach in the way we run government. We are one, and this day is a farmers' day. It's a day to talk to farmers and tell them our soil, our ecosystem, our environment is very important. It is what makes our wealth, and also our inheritance. I also want to warmly welcome our governors and the development partners and their representatives and the community leadership, women and youth in a special way, the civil societies and the private sector for being here with us today, and also their prowess and the support they have given the Ministry of Agriculture in making sure that we achieve on our focus plan on what is called the food security for the nation. Today is a very important day for Kenya. It is a day that demonstrates our resolve to confront one of the greatest challenges of our generation. The growing pressure on our natural resources, and to transform that challenge into an opportunity for inclusive economic growth and prosperity. For decades, Kenya's agricultural success has depended on the productivity of its soil, the health of its forest, the reliability of its rivers, the resilience of its rangelands, and the stewardship of our farming communities. These natural resources are the foundation upon which agriculture, food security, rural incomes, and national economic growth are built. Yet we all appreciate that these resources are under unprecedented pressure as climate change has become a lived reality. Erratic rainfall patterns, prolonged droughts, flash floods, declining soil fertility, degradation of water catchments, and loss of biodiversity continue to threaten agricultural productivity and the livelihood of billions of Kenyans. These challenges require more than isolated intervention. They require integrated solutions that recognize the inseparable responsibility between healthy ecosystems and thriving rural economies. That is precisely what InReMP seeks to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, the Integrated Natural Resource Management Program represents one of the most significant investments in sustainable agricultural transformation and landscape restoration undertaken by the government of Kenya in partnership with the International Fund for Agricultural Development and other partners. This program is not simply about conserving forestry or protecting rivers. It is about improving lives and ensuring that farmers harvest more for healthier soil. It is about ensuring that rivers continue to flow throughout the year and creating opportunities for young people through green enterprises. It is about empowering women who remain the backbone for our rural economy. And it is about enabling communities to withstand climate shocks while improving household incomes. Ultimately, it is about securing a more prosperous future for our nation. Excellency, I think the issue of climate change is now real. When I imagine the rate of the crop failure and our population and our normal harvesting programs and the food we normally get in Kenya. And now what is happening because of the climate change? Last time we came here, around March, things became a little bit disturbing for farmers. There was a pattern which we have never realized before in collection of fertilizers. We realized that farmers were collecting fertilizers in a very erratic manner. Where they are not planting, they are planting. Where they are planting, they are not planting. And if you heard, Your Excellency, you remember, there was a concern that there is a stampede and there is sort of lack of shortage of fertilizer, yet there are fertilizers. So I remember we came here with PS Ngeno, I remember, because farmers were asking one question. Do we plan or not plan? So yes, we are not the gurus, but I think, Governor, you were there. They asked a question, so we went to the Bible. Do we plan or not plan? You remember? So we asked Ngeno to tell us, do we plan or not plan? Who knows whether this rain would continue? And I think we decided we plan, isn't it? We told farmers, plan, because we were seeing that it will rain throughout. But things fall apart, you can see. But we believe that the plan before us, Excellency, will really make sure that we stabilize the food security for the country. So the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development is fully committed to ensuring that this program delivers measurable and lasting results. Over the next 8 years, InReMP will support restoration of degraded landscape, strengthen sustainable agricultural production system, improve water resource management, promote climate-smart technologies, expand market opportunities, and strengthen institutions that serve our farming communities. The program recognizes that sustainable development must be inclusive and that climate resilience begins with resilient households. Likewise, it recognizes that environmental conservation becomes sustainable when communities derive tangible economic benefits from protecting natural resources. Welcome, PS Chris Kipto, PS in charge of the National Treasury. Chris Kipto, I've just left the figures because you have arrived, so I will skip now the speech because the way it is now is about figures. Now you have arrived, then now you will talk about figures. How much is this program, and how do we go forward? So I also want to thank the county government. We have 10 county government in this program, Your Excellency. And as you can see, I know some governors are committed somewhere, but we have governor of Uasin Gishu County who has been very, very, very committed. And I know he's here to represent the rest. And I'm also seeing the CECs here from different counties, welcome, who are also implementing this program. So there's a lot of commitment to make sure that this program becomes a success. And I want to really appreciate. Finally, I wish to thank everyone who has contributed to bringing this program to fruitful, to this level of the launch. Both government, the government of Kenya, the IFA team, and all these partners who normally work with us to make sure that we maintain food production and ensure that we achieve on the targets as planned by the better agenda. In short, we are on course, Excellency, as by the better agenda. We are truly on course. This is a program which will now jumpstart the remaining few programs in the better agenda to make sure that we achieve over 100% as by the plan for this administration. And we are here at the right time for the right purpose. Just making sure that we are on course as government through the Ministry of Agriculture to implement all programs which this administration promised the people of Kenya on matters agriculture. Because Chris Kipto look like he's now inducted. Enough about this environment and the climate change of this environment. Allow me to welcome him to say a word and tell us figures before I welcome Governor for Uasin Gishu County. Chris, welcome. You came at the right time.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Dr. Baraza, Deborah, who is the CS for Forestry and Environment, Governor, I see Deputy Governors, my colleague PSS, the leadership that is here, and everyone who is here. Hamjambo tena. First, I've just come in and I've been given a speech to read. Please let's appreciate those who prepared for me the speech. Yeah, we had gone to Nandi for another function, but we found that it was delaying, and I thought I should come here before we go back. And I had been given the invitation for this forum, so we were juggling on how to go for all the functions. Let me first appreciate IFAD, because IFAD has been a great development partner. We have had a relationship of over 50 years. I recall they came to Kenya from 1977. And over that time, they have given us development support to the tune of 104 billion. And that's cumulatively. And most of it, actually virtually all of that money has gone to the sector on agriculture, which has been the mainstay of our economy. The agriculture sector constitutes almost a quarter of our economy. And most of that money has gone to support the rural poor, the people in the agriculture sector, but on the segment that are poor. So I don't know if Mariatu is here, and the people from IFAD, I just want to appreciate you. Can we appreciate them, please? I interacted with the IFAD when I became PS for Environment and Forestry. Some of you recall I was reassigned duties after having served as PS for Trade for 4 years. So in early 2020, I recall it was January, I was taken to the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, and I became the PS there. That's when I interacted with a program called Upper Tana Integrated Natural Resource Development Program. And that Upper Tana had done a lot of work in the central part of Kenya. But in the ministry, we had also designed what we call ecosystem approach to restoration. And we had mapped out Elgeyo Hills, Cherangany as an ecosystem we wanted to focus on. And we developed an integrated master plan for the restoration and rehabilitation of both Elgeyo Hills and Cherangany ecosystems. And I recall when I was given reassigned duties after President William Ruto became president and he appointed me to National Treasury, one of my first duties was to act on seeking for funding. And I was just checking, there's a letter I wrote on 23rd of March, 2023, now writing to IFAD to support the restoration of the ecosystem, the Cherangany and Elgeyo Hills. That was focused on 4 counties. Elgeyo Marakwet, Uasin Gishu, Trans Nzoia, and West Pokot. And that program was designed, and I think it was found necessary that it could benefit more counties than just the 4. That's when it was decided that it should be 10. So we are now here to launch a program that has 10 counties. This program will cost 34 billion shillings, and broken down as follows. About 16.5 billion will come from IFAD itself. I hope I'm right. Then we have what we call Green Climate Fund, GCF, that is contributing 5.2 billion. And then we have also what we call Global Environmental Facility, GEF. GEF is giving about 1 billion. Then we have private sector contributing about 1 billion. The communities themselves, through their own work, it's costed, whatever they will do is costed around 1 billion. So cumulatively, we still have a gap of about almost 6 billion, which we as National Treasury are committing to work with the partners to make sure that that gap is fully financed. So I just thought I should say that, and to reiterate the fact that we will provide the requisite oversight as required by the PFM law and other procedures required in government to ensure that these funds are deployed appropriately. So I now challenge the governor. First, Governor of Uasin Gishu, congratulations. You are going to be the host of InReMP. Can we appreciate the governor and the people of Uasin Gishu? This is a program that we can scale up. Depending on how you take it up yourselves on this, we will scale up because it's going to focus on food security, improving food nutrition, and generally building resilience of the agricultural sector. And some of you know also that I'm a stakeholder here. Last week, we were in Kaptagat. Thanks, Madam Deborah. Your Excellency, we missed you, but we knew you were also busy elsewhere. We were marking 10 years of restoration of Kaptagat ecosystem. And I think we have done a lot, but we also launched 20, we said 10 for 20. So we have finished 10 years, now we are going for another 10 years of restoration of not just the ecosystem, but also on livelihood. I don't want to take a lot of time here now to speak about it. I just want to say thank you very much for your kind attention and looking forward to working together as we move forward. Thank you very much.
Asante sana, Chris. You're also very mean with figures, but that is good. Those are figures in Kenya shillings. You didn't talk about dollars, but they are also in dollars. Excellency, allow me to recognize the 10 counties before I call the governor. I want to request the representative of the 10 counties to come in front, and then so that we just introduce you. Reps of the 10 counties, except county government of Uasin Gishu, where the governor is here. If you are, there are 10 counties, Excellency, that means there are 10 governors behind this program. And the success of this program, because agriculture is devolved, is this team of the 10 counties. You can come up here. You look very familiar. Maybe you will come and say and just introduce yourself so that I don't mix your names. So we can start with the county government of Migori. Yes. Say your name.
Thank you, PS. My name is Lucas Mosenda, CC member for Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries from the County Government of Migori. And I deliver here apologies from Excellency Governor Ochilo Ayako, who was not able to join us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Cheriot, representing Governor of Kericho, His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai, who was not able to be with us today. The CEC in charge of agriculture, livestock, management, cooperative development, and fisheries. My colleague is also joining me for environment.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Lawrence Omhaka, County Secretary, Kakamega.
Your Excellency, I'm Geologist Philemon Kurgat, CEC for Environment, Kericho County.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I am Edwin Gibor, the CEC responsible for agriculture and livestock, Elgeyo Marakwet County, representing Governor Wissel Rotich. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Lo Joash, the County Executive Committee member for Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock Production, Homa Bay County, also representing Her Excellency the Governor Gladys Wanga, who has passed her apologies. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Kenneth Onyango, CEC member for Agriculture, Livestock Irrigation, Fisheries and Blue Economy, the County Government of Kisumu. Allow me to convey the apologies of His Excellency the Governor Professor Nyongo, who could not be able to make it to this meeting. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellencies. My name is Wilfred Longlonyang, the CC in charge of Agriculture, Livestock, Irrigation and Fisheries, West Pokot County. The governor will be represented by His Excellency, the Deputy Governor. Thank you.
Your Excellency, William Betot, CCM for Water, Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change, County Government of West Pokot. Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, my name is Hatundifanis Naliaka, CC in charge of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, Irrigation and Cooperative Development from Trans Nzoia County. Apologies from Governor George Natembe.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I'll ride on all the protocols. My name is Judith Oluoch. I'm the CC from Kisumu County in charge of water, environment, climate change, and natural resources. Thank you.
Okay, pigia makofi our representative. Thank you very much. Excellency, you know I talk about dollars and Chris Kipto said he forgot to say a point in a dollar and we'd like to come and say something on those dollars. Welcome, Chris, for just 1 word.
Sorry, it's not about figures. I just wanted to introduce the team that accompanied me. We have Moses Lelan. Moses Lelan is Secretary Administration in the Ministry of Interior, and he has been long-serving DC, I think he tells me almost 13, 14 years in this region. Let's appreciate him. Then we have Alex Lemarkoko, who is the Chief Conservator of Forests. And then we have Gideon Kimayo, the MP for Keyo South. Both Lelan and CCF are going to Nandi Tinderet because the people around that region, including Hobbs, want to adopt that forest. So you have customers, Madam Deborah. Asante sana.
Asante sana pikia Chris Kipto. Chris, I think when we'll be passing the budget, we'll make sure that we are aligned with the MPs from the National Assembly. And look like Mayo is here. Then you come and say a word so that you, just 1 word, so that you pass the budget.
Your Excellency, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Your Excellency the Governor, Wasingishu, all PSS and CS who are here, and all the participants and the donors who are here, good morning. My name is Gideon Kimayo, Member of Parliament representing the people of Keyo South constituency. I'm happy to be here, and thanks to the good job that IFAD is doing. As members of Parliament, any resource is welcomed, and we will do our part in the National Assembly to ensure that this program is successful. I know my governor is not here, but I've seen the CEC, and as PS, you are planning all this, make sure a huge chunk of the resources go to Elgeyo Marakwet County. Thank you so much.
You amepata votes, isn't it? Alikuwa anatafuta votes. See how many terms is looking for. But now let me now move to the county government of Wasingishu, who is the host. Excellency the Governor, I want to welcome you to come and make your remarks. And if there is anybody, Deputy Governor, you can recognize. Thank you.
Oh yes! Yani yun! Hey! Nemugan wala nga naman siya yun! Chalilim! Nemugan na nga naman
Okay, thank you very much. That is a temptation, so. And the Bible says, do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from all evils. First, I want to appreciate the presence of Prime Cabinet Secretary today, and the CSS and the PSS who are here, and serious heads of department, and everybody who makes sense, including farmers. Allow me to introduce my team. You had said other counties, but we have county government of Wasingishu. So the CEOs and the CECs, please be upstanding and move forward very fast. We we have a belief that not from now, many years from now, we will have presidency from Western Kenya. So you never know who. So make sure you stand properly. This is where the fish cabinet secretaries and the PSS and the running mates. So the CEOs, please. Kiptalam is the CEO Agriculture, our technical people, and Maxim is the CEO Environment. You can choose to go back. Then the CECs, we have CEC for Trade, Dr. Chebunet, who resigned 2 months ago from as a lecturer to become one of our key people in the county government of Uasin Gishu. And there are very many people who worked here who have become other things, including me. So thank you very much, Daktari. We have Engineer Ngendo. When you say Engineer Ngendo, I thought you were saying Ngendo. And they worked together sometimes back, and again, this spirit of environment seems to be hanging around there. She's our CEC Education. Thank you very much. And then we have our CEC Health, Madam Koech, Janet Koech, karibu sana. And then we have CEC Public Service Management, Lois Murray. She's also a new one. Karibu sana, Lois. Yeah, you look like environment, green, green. And then we have our CEC Agriculture, Dr. Kotut, who also was working here some times back together with me. Now he's a CEC Agriculture, Dr. Kotut. And then we have the chair of the Eldoret City Board, Alice Kositany. The other name is Chepto. Karibu sana. Allow me, I have a very serious speech here from Council of Governors, but I don't want to read, I'm not used to long speeches, so I will be jumping. If I see the speech is a lot of English, I jump, I go to another paragraph. Will you allow me to do so, to save on time? Once again, allow me to welcome all of you to Uasin Gishu County. I recognize the Vice Chancellor of this university and the people who were here before, and those who are working here, my long-term friends, and I was also a colleague with these people until Onyangapo fished me out from some office and Professor Kamar, and they sent me to school and keep on learning, and I've never come back since that time. So I'm here today in the capacity of Governor of Uasin Gishu, a great county where we are a home of many of these people, including Chris Kipto and many others. Let me not mention, because this is our home. Even our Prime Cabinet Secretary has some interest here. I really take care of those interests so that nobody will touch. Because I know, you never know how God moves after many years. You might say, ile kijana mwenye alikuwa ananichungia ng'ombe, ako wapi? Akuja asimame karibu na mimi. Na unajua ni kukula tu, hakuna kazi ingine. So let me also appreciate the farmers. We were not told exactly when to mobilize farmers, but if we had given us an indication, we have so many farmers around through our cooperatives. They will be here. We have over 800 cooperatives in Uasin Gishu. Tungeleta hao wote hapa, ingekuwa kama political rally. Tungeanza kuimba 2-term. But for today, this is a very serious engagement where a partner is coming to save us, and they are not saving us for only 1 year, 8 years. And now that Uasin Gishu will be the headquarters of InReMP, I'm telling you, this is a blessing. Don't you think it's a good thing? Yeah, so before I move on, we have our county assembly. For the first time, they rarely come here, but because of this, the 34-point-something billion, they are here, and I know why, because they represent people. So our honorable CCs, you can come, and then I introduce you. We have our leader of majority, or he has left. See? CS? Oh, MCS, sorry, MCS. MCA, member of the county assembly, Ujeni Water. Today you look better. Huh? You know, ikifika kwa siasa wanaweza kuimpeach governor, but these ones are good. They have never done anything to me. And then I know we have 2 deputy governors. You will make a statement on behalf of your counties. So next time you must have this mobile mic so that we don't share this with everybody. You will tell us your name, what you represent, and then You sit down honorably.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, my name is Tabitha Wamboi, nominated member of County Assembly and also a farmer. Karibu Wasingishu.
Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Your Excellency, the Governor, my name is Jewel Kogo, I represent gender.
You can leave the protocol, just say your name direct and not you.
My name is Honorable Pamela Ngetich, I'm nominated MCA, thank you.
I'm Honorable Rebecca Cherop, nominated MCA, Karibu Kimumu Ward.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency, the Governor, I'm Honorable Veronica Chepkemei Brigade, nominated MCA, and also the coordinator, Ruto Two-Term Women Brigade.
Yeah.
Our Prime Minister, my name is Rebecca Magut. I am the MCA, Queenette Kapsuswa Ward, where the Governor's office is, from Soy constituency. Welcome to Wazingishu.
Thank you, our chief guest, and all of us. My name is Julia Sang, the MCA for Megun Ward and the leader of majority. Karibu sana, Your Excellency. Nitasema tu, may this program unite all communities and unite Kenya for prosperity. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. And now we have the two deputy governors. Deputy Governor West Pokot, let's start from the far distant land, and then Deputy Governor of Nandi. Just make a statement on behalf of your county.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the PCS. All protocols observed. I'm Komole Robert, the Deputy Governor West Pokot. I stand here before you to represent His Excellency the Governor, Simon Kachapin of West Pokot. And as West Pokot County, I just want to promise collaboration and cooperation with the national government and the partners, IFAD, and the coordinating team of the InReMP. When Kubok was saying, this is not a program, it is a promise. For some of us who come from counties which are food insecure, I think with this introduction of this program, we shall make some strides in ensuring that we will be food secure in most of our counties. Otherwise, I don't want to take a lot of time.
Thank you.
Just want to say thank you very much for this program. We shall collaborate. Thank you.
Asante sana, Deputy Governor. Allow me to humbly welcome the Deputy Governor Nandi. Karibu. Dr. Yulita was also a colleague here. She was in the Department of Chemistry. She's a chemist, chemist or a chemistry, whatever.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Prime Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, our neighbor, our Cabinet Secretary for Environment, our PSS, all protocols observed. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My name is Dr. Yulita Mitei Cheriot, the Deputy Governor for the great people of Nandi, and I come in to represent His Excellency Governor Stephen Sang, who is a host to the great event that is underway in Baraton. And we are excited, on behalf of the people of Nandi, we would like to say we are excited to be included in this program. And for me as a leader, I look at it as a great extension of a hand. You know, sometimes we talk about, especially during the time of campaigns, people go for handouts. But this is a program that is giving a hand up, holding our vulnerable communities, holding our rural communities, our rural people, and holding their hand for the sake of enhancing resilience, enhancing restoration, enhancing food security. God bless you. I was here for 17 and a half years. I came here in November 1999, and I exited in May 2017. And I serve the great people of Nandi on a second term as their deputy governor, and I aspire to go higher. God bless you.
Thank you very much. We will pray for her to be the third governor of Nandi, and it is possible. Do you have that faith? allow me again to boost the ego of Vice Chancellor, that quite a number of these great people, who is who in Kenya, they came from this university. It was called University of Chekwele campus those days. Professor Kamar, who later went to become the Minister for Higher Education, and again the Senator of this county, was from this university as a colleague. Again, Professor Lonyangapuo, who was the principal here, left to become a senator, a governor, and many things, was from this place. Who else? There are very many. Jonathan B. was in a very small office, Dean of Students office, and was fished out to go to read further. Now I'm coming back as Dr. B. That time I was just a small fellow in the village here, and after taking the heat seriously on education, now I have a PhD in project planning and management, Kisii University. Here again we have Chebunet, who was a staff here, now CEC, and very many others in the world of academia. Okinas Koech, Professor, the VC of Kabianga, and let me note, the list is very long. Allow me, Your Excellency, to read this small speech, not small, but highly concentrated, but I will just jump some pages because I'm not used to this long speech. That this is a speech by His Excellency Kenneth Lusaka, EGH, Governor Bungoma County, and Chairperson, Council of Governors, Agriculture, Livestock, and Cooperatives Committee, where I am a member. During the launch of the Integrated Natural Resources Management Program, Eldoret was in Gishu County on the 17th July 2026. You know he's my chairman and I know he's following, so I have to be very careful so that when he stops becoming chairman, I become one. That's how to succeed others. You become very humble. And this begins by saying Prime Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, Cabinet Secretaries and Principal Secretaries around, the representative of the IFAD, governors, deputy governors present, development partners, county executive committee members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Chamge. It was in the morning, but now we have changed to Chamge. It is a great honor and privilege to join you today on behalf of the Council of Governors and the 47 county governments during the launch of the Integrated Natural Resources Management Program. This program comes at a defining moment for our country as we seek sustainable solutions to strengthen food security, build climate resilience, restore degraded ecosystems, and improve livelihoods for millions of Kenyans. Allow me at the outset to commend the national government, IFA development partners, and all stakeholders whose commitment and collaborations have made this program possible. The launch of InReMP demonstrates the power of partnerships in addressing some of the most pressing development challenges of our time. Agriculture remains the backbone of Kenya's economy. The sector contributes approximately 26% directly to national gross domestic products and further 27% indirectly through its linkages with manufacturing, trade, services. It provides livelihoods to over 40% of the population and remains the primary source of income to more than 70% of the rural households. Yet the future of agriculture depends on something we often take for granted: our natural resources. Productive soils, healthy watersheds, forests, rangelands, and biodiversity constitute the natural capital upon which our agriculture systems and rural economies are built. Today, Kenya faces growing pressures arising from climate change, land degradation, declining soil fertility, deforestation, shrinking water resources, and increasing competition for land. These challenges are already affecting agricultural productivity, food security, livestock production, and rural livelihoods across many counties. Globally, countries are increasingly recognizing that agriculture transformation cannot be achieved without sustainable management of natural resources. From Ethiopia's watershed restoration programs and Rwanda's landscape management initiatives to China's ecological restoration investments and Brazil's sustainable agriculture programs, successful agricultural economies have demonstrated that restoration of ecosystems, increasing agricultural productivity are mutually reinforcing goals. The global evidence is compelling. Let me leave this one because that talks about we're in Kenya and in Uasin Gishu. Ladies and gentlemen, for many years, natural resource management was largely viewed as an environmental concern. Today, the policy landscape has changed significantly. The natural resource management is now recognized as an economic growth strategy, a food system strategy, a climate adaptation strategy, and a pathway to sustainable development. And I want to agree with PS Dr. Rono that things have changed. The last time you came, there was some rain that came early in January, and it looked like we were going to grow maize before the time. We always grow maize around April, May, around that time. But this time the rains came earlier, and I'm happy you came with Engineer Ngeno, who assured us that there will be rain up to May. But for some reason, the rain disappeared from nowhere. Now we are talking about green things. Now we have green drought. You go out there, the grass is green, the maize is green, but there is nothing inside there. They have dried up. So the crop failure that we are witnessing in our county is terrible. In Uasin Gishu and Trans Nzoia, I have seen the CC member for Agriculture, Trans Nzoia and Uasin Gishu, and part of Bungoma, and slightly part of Kakamega, Upper Luguyani and Lugari. This is where you call the bread basket of Kenya. But just walk around there now, you will be shocked. Every maize is disappointed. We don't know why. Just because of this climate thing, tabia ya inji, imeleta tabia mbaya. Tabia ya inji imekuwa tabia mbaya. So I think we will do something about it. And the launch of InReMP therefore represents an important policy shift. It reflects a transition from fragmented sectoral interventions towards integrated landscapes and agro-food system approaches. As county governments, we strongly support the shift. Natural resources or natural resource management is closely linked to several devolved functions under the fourth schedule of the Constitution. Counties are responsible for agriculture, livestock development, soil and water conservation, local planning, environmental management, climate adaptation, and extension services. Consequently, county governments are at the front line of addressing the challenges of land degradation, water scarcity, declining productivity, and climate vulnerability. And I want to thank our champion, Dr. Chris Kiptor, and CS Murkomen for the initiatives you have started. This time now, we depend on Elgeyo Marakwet hills, those hills around Kaptagat, all the way to Cherangani hills. That's where we get our water. That's where we survive. And we want to say we will agree with Dr. Kiptor, Chris Kiptor. When we had that landslide in Elgeyo Marakwet, you made a statement which I kept on thinking about it, that nature can be very unforgiving, especially when you misbehave around. The nature knows how to punish you, and the way it punishes you, just killing you so that you don't make a mistake again. So I think what we need to do to save ourselves, let us grow these trees, let us take care of our environment and the ecosystem around that. As a county government, the sustainable utilization of natural resources is therefore no option. It is not optional. It is a strategic imperative. Without a healthy ecosystem, productive soils, and secure water resources, our efforts to achieve food security, create jobs, attract investment, and grow county economies will not be sustainable. The Council of Governors views InReMP as a critical enabler of agri-food systems transformation. Healthy ecosystems form the foundation of resilient food systems. Sustainable management of natural resources contributes directly to improved food and nutritional security, increased agricultural productivity, and enhanced water availability, climate resilience, and sustainable livelihoods. The program complements ongoing national and county investments under the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, NAPCDP, and under the Food System Resilience Program, FSRP, and the Kenya Livestock Commercialization Program, KELCO, the County Aggregation Industrial Parks, KIPES initiative, and other county-led agricultural transformation programs. And I want to announce to the people of Uasin Gishu that our county aggregation industrial park is around 90% completion. And very soon we will embark on very serious campaign on emphasizing on the value chains that we require to make that KIPE operational. So we will deal with milk, we will deal with cereals, we are talking about potatoes, we are talking about green leaves, we are talking about coffee, and I want to thank Chris again. I learned many things from you. The problem with you, you're not a noisemaker like me, but you just do a lot. But when we see you acting, like providing alternative way of getting foodstuff or getting some monies or something like that, it gives us a lot of motivation that you can also change lives. That you don't have to work in an office from 8 to 5 for 31 days to get a salary. That's long for a politician. That's the end of the world. What we need is try to look for alternative way of getting money, however small it is, but daily, weekly, monthly, and you are self-sustained. So together, these interventions are helping counties strengthen agricultural value chains, improve market access, support agro-industrialization, create employment opportunities, and build resilient agro-food systems capable of supporting inclusive economic growth. Moving forward, county governments will continue to prioritize strategic interventions that strengthen sustainable natural resource governance. These include landscape restoration, watershed protection, climate-smart agriculture, and sustainable rangeland management, agroforestry, soil fertility improvement, water resource management, and community-led conservation initiatives. I'm almost ending, just be patient. At the same time, we shall continue strengthening policy and legal frameworks, building institutional capacity, improving data and knowledge systems, promoting innovation, and leveraging partnerships to scale impact across counties. The Council of Governors welcomes the program and IFAD's continued support and looks forward to working together in strengthening county policy, legal and governance programs, frameworks that will institutionalize and sustain InReMP intervention, enhance county ownership, and maximize long-term development impact. That's a very long sentence, and because you're in the university, you should understand. You understand. You are learned, all of you. Nasikia kila mtu doctor, professor. So to allow you, to say for you. The success of InReMP will depend on strong collaboration among national government, county governments, development partners, research institutions, the private sector, and local communities. Sustainable natural resource management requires collective action and shared responsibility. As we launch this important program today, let us remember that the future of our agricultural food system and rural economies depends on how we will manage our natural resources. The decisions we make today regarding our soils, forests, rivers, rangelands, and landscapes will determine the prosperity and the resilience of future generations. History teaches us that nations prosper when they invest in their natural capital and decline when they exhaust it. We therefore have a responsibility to ensure the economic growth and agricultural transformation go hand in hand with environmental sustainability. On behalf of the Council of Governors, I reaffirm our commitment to working closely with the national government, the IFAD, development partners, and communities to ensure the successful implementation of InReMP and to maximize its impact across participating counties. Together, let us restore our landscape. Together, let us strengthen resilient agri-food system. Together, let us build climate-resilient communities. And together, let us secure prosperous and sustainable future for our nation. God bless you, and allow me just to say something relevant to our county here, that the current drought is really devastating. And the other day when I called you, one of years, you responded quickly. I told you send those experts who can understand the signs of times and who can read the impact of the devastation we have gotten, so that for the first time, people in Uasin Gishu, we might be part of people who receive food, the relief food. We don't know how to receive relief food. We are used to giving people and supporting others. Last year, part 1 and 2023, we had a very serious drought, Your Excellency, in Kenya, and the President and the Deputy President then, made a serious appeal that those counties that God has blessed you with good environment, please mobilize foodstuff. And in Uasin Gishu, I have an initiative called Save a Life Initiative. We mobilized foodstuff worth 15 million. And the destination was Turkana County, and then Baringo, and then the other side of Laikipia. It was so good that we feel good when we give, because God has blessed us. And we did it together with faith-based communities, together with professionals and the farmers. This time round, they might do it for us also, because from the way I see the farm, in fact, these farmers, they don't go to their farms during the day. Wanapitia usiku, because you cannot help when you see the maize yearning for water which is not there. Simply because tabia ya inji imekuwa tabia mbaya kwa mkulima. So I think, Your Excellency, as we move forward this time, I would wish that wale wakulima, acha niseme kwa Kiswahili, ambao walitumia pesa kutoka kwa kuomba pesa kwa loans ya mabenki na zile za AFC na zile zingine, tafadhali wana PS, tafuta njia ya kukompensate hao watu na kufuta hiyo loan ipotee. Hakuna kitu mzuri kama kusikia kwamba wameondoa hiyo loan yako, serikali imechukua. Tutasema two term sisi hapo kutoka this direction, kwa sababu every time tukisikia kwa kila serikali, nimekuwa nikisikia watu ya kahawa, Your Excellency, wanasamewa madeni yao. Sijui madeni ya hii kahawa ni nini. Unasikia bilioni 5, bilioni 9, bilioni ngapi, tangu wakati ya Moi akafutia hawa, haikuisha. Kibaki akakuja akatoa, haiishi. Juzi Uhuru anatoa, President juzi, kiangalia juzi ya budget ya juzi ametoa karibu 6.8 billion. Hata sisi wakulima wa mahindi na ngano na ile ya viazi na mboga, kama tuko na deni, ondoa yetu pia, kwa sababu hata sisi tunachangia kwa uchumi ya Kenya. Nani anapinga hiyo? Semeni tu tamka governor. Very good. Na kwa president pia. So tunasema this time round 60% of our whatever crops is affected, so compensation is required. We also want to thank the InReMP for making Eldoret headquarters their headquarters. This is a very safe place to be. Eldoret is a home of many people. Here is the chair for the city county yetu. And when you realize that everybody lives here, including Member of Parliament, KO South, most of them have interest here. Even some governors and some MPs and leaders from Western Kenya, they live here. During the day, they go back to their homes. In the evening, they are day scholars actually. So wherever they come, this is their home. And I want to assure InReMP that this place is safe. We are very peaceful people. The noise you hear is just politics, but it doesn't really make sense. But when it comes to real issues, we are very serious people, very hospitable. And remember, in the neighborhood lives the President of the Republic of Kenya. So you are safe. And in my left, kuna jeshi, kambi la jeshi hapa, the barracks. There is no problem. And then with the other side, Murkomen and his interior things are taking care of us. No bandits everywhere. The Nandi County have enough supply of food. We are happy people. So this is a right place to choose. We are also headquarters of North Rift Economic Bloc of other 8 counties. So we want to say karibuni sana. And then the value chains that you have discussed really mirrors what my Ngusokumi stands for. That the dairy, I'm doing some dairy processing plant. We are the first county to provide school milk for early learners. I have 40,000 of them. Wanakunya maziwa twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday. And then we said, why can't we mobilize our farmers through their cooperatives? We do a processing plant, we package this milk, hizi pesa zinaenda around. Sinaita nini hiyo revolving funds? Kwa mkulima, kwa mdomo ya mtoto, kwa serikali, kwa mkulima inaenda namna hiyo mpaka siku ile tutafika mahali tunajiweza. Ya pili is the chicken apoto. Anasikia sasa hapa tuko na mambo ya poultry. Hii ni kazi kidogo kidogo ya wamama. Tunasema ni ya wamama. So wamama nitawapangia wale Uasin Gishu jinsi through my MCAs and others tuwatafutie tule watoto wa kuku, tunaita nini hizo vitu? Chicks, viparanga ama waparansa. Tunawaletea nyinyi hizo vitu, alafu msaidiane nayo. Hakuna kitu kama kuku kwa mama. Ni kama security, ni kama karanta fulani. Mayai kitokea mbio kutoka kwa mahali ametegewa mpaka kwa duka, unaleta sukari nusu kilo, alafu kuku yenyewe ni kama sasa hiyo ndio yenyewe. Ukiuza siku hizi ni 1,500. So ile hapo ya kuchinja kuku tumeleta hapa Eldoret, inachinja kuku 500 kwa wanawa. So hata mkifuga kuku nyinyi wote, tutaweza kuchinja hiyo kuku, kuchinja ama kufanya nini? Kuchinja na kupasua na kuhakikisha tumepea wapi. Kuna market kubwa sana. Hapa Eldoret tuko na so many hotels na watu wanakula kwa bidii. Wanakula kweli. Uwezi enda kwa hoteli usione mtu akikula. Hakuna mwenye anakaa tu chini hivi na hawakuli hivi. Mambo ya githeri si sana. Ukifika city au ukuli githeri, unakula kuku na kwenda mbele. So tunasema kuna market tayari. Pia Prime Cabinet Secretary, sisi tumeenda diversification. Sasa Uasin Gishu atuongei mambo ya mahindi tena. Tunaongeza kahawa, tunaongeza macadamia, tunaongeza ile ingine avocado, na tumesema diversification is real. And the peers wanajua, na peers wawili mnajua how serious I am. Mpaka sasa tunahitaji almost 3 million seedlings. Lakini hii mvua imetusaidia tusikuwe na hiyo pressure ya seedlings. So ndani yangu nasema isiendelee, lakini at least ilikuwa imekuwa shida. Wakulima wamechimba mashimo na wanangoja. Walipanda mahindi imetoa vichwa juu ya kahawa, hata hajaweka hata moja. So I'm very sure in the next 1 or 2 weeks, I'm not a prophet, but I believe in God, kutakuwa na mvua ili tupande kahawa tuendelee. Na kule tumeweka sasa factory ya kahawa. Na juzi nilienda kwa kina kahawa. Kwa kina kahawa ni Australia. Na not Australia but Brazil. Na nikaona vile kahawa iko. Everything that you see in Brazil, I want the kings of coffee on earth. Nikaangalia the city, the infrastructure, railway, universities imejengwa na kahawa. Then nikisikia Kiptoo akisema mambo ya kahawa, I listen because najua he knows what he's talking about. Kwa sababu hailipwi na Kenya shillings, inalipwa na dollars. Kahawa ni dollars. Na tumehama huko na tunaona sasa that is the way to go. Kama kuna kitu wataongea juu yangu baada ya mimi kumaliza hii mambo ya dunia, hata nikiwa mbinguni, nafikiri mbinguni tunakaa tukiangalia chini mahali ulikuwa unaishi. Ndasikia wanasema mti ya kahawa ni koti moja, ndafurahi sana. I might come down, bless you, and I go up. So tafadhali sisi tuende kwa hii laini. So tayari tumejenga factory ya kahawa, inaendelea. Nimeenda nikatafuta hiyo mashine ya kushaga, iko kwa HISIS, inakuja tukamilishe. Hiyo ni njia ya kuempower watu. Alafu hapa Uasin Gishu InReMP area ni watu wanategemea viazi. So because of transformation in agriculture, tumejenga a processing plant ya viazi, na pia a cooling store ya hiyo viazi isiharibike. Kwa hivyo wakulima wangu wakula InReMP, tafadhali msiuze hiyo viazi ovyo kwa barabara. Kuna hiyo machine inakuja, tutengeneze chips, tutengeneze crisps na related things that come along with potatoes. So let me conclude by saying we support the 8-year plan for InReMP. We really support kwamba inaenda miaka 8. Na unajua sasa mimi niko kwa nataka 2027, that means hata mimi ndakuwa ndani mpaka 2032. Sina mna hiyo. Imeandikwa hapa kwamba inaenda 8 years. So msinikatise, waje niende tu namna hiyo. 2027 niruke tena niendelee mpaka 2032 mahali kitu naishia. So and then we appreciate the ministry. The ministry has been very, very supportive. Ministry of Agriculture and Environment, they have been very supportive, and tunasema thank you very much. And then some announcement that this Eldoret has become so significant place that the president, in his own wisdom, and the governors from around, we are going to host Mashujaa Day in Eldoret. Unajua Mashujaa Day ile watu wanaenda Nairobi, sio wanaenda wapi, this time watakuja kwetu. Na tumesema tunaenda ku strategize, mimi na governor Nandi na gavana wa Elgeyo Marakwet, tuhakikishe kwamba tutafanya a very beautiful ceremony, tukaribishe watu wetu, and then we shall share wageni wakikuja, wengine walale Elgeyo Marakwet, wengine walale Nandi, wengine walale hapa, wengine tusukume kwa natembea, kwa sababu we are a family. Si namna hiyo. So tunasema tutakuwa tayari kukaribisha hiyo. Tamwambia president Uasin Gishu is very ready, pamoja na neighborhood. Others, thank you so much. We support the president, we support governors, we support you, Prime Cabinet Secretary Dr. Musalia Mudavadi. You are a very humble man. I wonder whether you get angry sometimes. Every time I see you, you smile, you are not in a hurry, and things need not to be anything. Wewe nakaa tu mtu soba. Tunasema Mungu akusaidie na tunakuombea. And you know that, you know I mean it. Tunakuombea, saila utuoni, ndio tunakuombea. Na kabla sijaleta waziri ulikuja hapa when you are Minister for Health. Nikakupeleka Ziwa, and we launched SHA. And then there was a man who was living with disability, promise motorized, what do you call these things? Motorized wheelchair. Alafu while you are away, nikasikia umehama tena kwa hiyo health, and then I could not reach you, and whatever you are doing is not related to Ministry of Health. So I stepped in. Nikanunua, nikapatia mtu, nikasema waziri ameleta. So they are giving you a lot of thanks, and I don't know how to get you. Kwa hivyo, hizo matangso nilikuwa nimechukua kwa niaba yako na kurudishia, kwa sababu wewe ndio ulianzisha hii maneno. Si nimekuwa mtu mwaminifu. So with that, allow me, kwa heshima sana, to welcome the CS, environment, forestry, and the rest, and the green things. Karibu sana.
Asante. Thank you, Governor. Indeed, we worked very well in Uasin Gishu during the Ministry of Health, and we continue working together for our people. Your Excellency, Dr. Wycliffe Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, Principal Secretaries present, led by PS Ngeno, PS Rono, governors and governors' representatives, members of the Senate, National Assembly and County Assembly, IFAD representatives, development partners, project management and coordination unit led by the National Project Coordinator, technical officers from different government departments and counties, farmers, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. Chamge. First of all, before I go to my notes, I really appreciate what many people have said. The first thing that captured me was the issue of restoration. That when we restore nature, nature restores us. So we must conserve and manage. And secondly, I appreciate that we were able to target the bread baskets of Kenya. These areas are the bread basket or the food baskets of Kenya. And by capacitating them, then we know, as Governor Bia said, that they can be able to offer food. There will be food security not only for these counties, but for Kenya. So we are gathered here to replace fragmented conservation efforts with a coordinated and integrated natural resource management framework that promotes greater efficiency, collaboration, and impact. The InReMP is a strategic program that seeks to balance ecological conservation with sustainable socio-economic development across our counties. Together, we are charting a clear path towards landscape restoration, economic resilience, and long-term national prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, this program is aligned with the Government of Kenya's overarching development agenda and national aspirations. It directly advances the bottom-up economic transformation agenda by restoring degraded ecosystems and enhancing environmental stewardship, safeguarding the natural resource base that underpins food security, water security, and sustainable livelihoods, and strengthening livelihoods within our rural communities while promoting the sustainable use of natural resources. In doing so, the program positions environmental conservation as a key driver of inclusive economic growth while strengthening our resilience to climate change and environmental degradation. The strategic objectives of this program are equally aligned with the aspirations of Kenya Vision 2030, which recognizes the importance of a clean, secure, healthy, and sustainable environment as a foundation for national development through practical and measurable interventions across our agricultural landscapes, forests, wetlands, and water catchments. We are translating this long-term vision into tangible actions. Ladies and gentlemen, InReMP will therefore contribute directly to the mandate of the ministry, which is to ensure sustainable, clean, secure, and healthy environment for all Kenyans. In advancing this mandate, the program will strengthen environmental governance, promote the sustainable management of natural resources, and enhance ecosystem resilience for present and future generations. It will significantly contribute to the government's ambition target of 15 billion tree growing by 2032 through coordinated landscape restoration and afforestation initiatives. InReMP's target interventions will accelerate the rehabilitation of degraded ecosystems, restore critical water towers, and strengthen watershed protection within the project counties and beyond. The program will further enhance institutional coordination by harmonizing environmental management frameworks and promoting integrated planning across national and county governments. Through these interventions, we will safeguard Kenya's rich biodiversity, strengthen climate resilience, and expand the country's carbon sequestration capacity in support of national development priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, InReMP will also contribute to Kenya's commitment to various efforts. The program also advances the objective of the Convention on Biological Diversity through biodiversity conservation and ecosystem restoration, while contributing to the implementation of the United Nations Conservation to Combat Desertification by promoting sustainable land management and reversing land degradation. Through these coordinated actions, Kenya continues to demonstrate its commitment to fulfilling both national priorities and global environmental obligations. Ladies and gentlemen, to achieve these national and international commitments, the program is anchored on clear and measurable deliverables. We will deploy modern spatial technologies to map and establish comprehensive baselines for soil, water, and ecosystem health. We will restore thousands of hectares of degraded forests, wetlands, rangelands, and other critical ecosystems across the country. With the advent of artificial intelligence and technology advancement, real-time environmental monitoring systems will be established to track biodiversity trends, monitor ecosystem health, and facilitate timely responses to emerging environmental threats. In addition, we will strengthen policy and institutional frameworks to support integrated natural resource management at both national and county level. A key deliverable of the program is the establishment of community-led conservation and climate action frameworks. This will consider the lessons learned and or documented from the already ongoing and concluded projects that have helped communities adapt to climate change and its effect. The success of this program will ultimately be reflected in healthier ecosystems, improved livelihoods, and more resilient communities. Ladies and gentlemen, modern post-harvest handling and processing technologies will be introduced to minimize losses and enhance product quality. The program will also promote nature-based tourism enterprises that create economic opportunities while encouraging the conservation of wildlife habitats and natural landscapes. Collectively, these interventions will reduce dependence on unsustainable practices such as illegal charcoal production and uncontrolled sand harvesting. The successful implementation of these value chains depends on strong collaboration among all stakeholders. This program brings together national and county governments, private sector, and the county governments, and civil service organizations, research institutions, development partners, and local communities under a common vision. Women, youth, and indigenous people living with disabilities remain at the heart of this program. As custodians of their natural resources, their knowledge, experience, active participation, and ownerships are essential to achieving lasting environmental conservation. The program promotes inclusive participation by ensuring that communities are fully involved in planning, implementation, monitoring, and benefit sharing arrangements. Their leadership will be fundamental in sustaining restoration efforts and ensuring long-term stewardship of Kenya's natural resources. I can't leave this podium without expressing Kenyan government's profound gratitude to our international development partners and global financial institutions, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, the Global Environment Facility, GEF, and the Green Climate Fund, GCF, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, just to mention but a few, who have provided foundational support for this program. Their blended climate finance, technical expertise, and global perspective allow us to scale this project effectively. Ladies and gentlemen, these institutions have seamlessly connected our local watershed actions to global climate mitigation targets. We highly value their enduring commitment to Kenya's green transition and economic resilience. Let us embark on this ambitious journey with a unified purpose, high energy, and unwavering integrity. May our collective actions restore our landscapes, enrich our communities, and fulfill our promises to the world. Thank you very much. God bless you, and may God bless Kenya. With those few remarks, let us all be upstanding as we welcome the chief guest, the Prime Cabinet.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm tempted to say that, as he said, it can be very exciting, Bana Governor. So let me go straight away to my remarks. Alafu baadaye nitachukua tu dakika mbili ya mwisho to emphasize one or two points. Governor Jonathan, who is our host governor today, and all the county governments represented here. My colleague, Madam Deborah, principal secretaries present, and I single out the host ministry, agriculture, and the sister environment. MCAs, farmers, and our partners, lead partner today, IFAD, the Vice Chancellor of this good institution, and all the leadership present. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to join you here today for the official launch of the Integrated Natural Resources Management Program, a transformative government initiative supported by the International Fund for Agricultural Development, who are represented here, and we saw the clip where they also participated virtually. This 34 billion shilling program, and I repeat that, 34 billion shilling program, targeting over 2 million people in 407,000 vulnerable rural households, seeks to boost climate resilience ecosystems, restoration and food security in 10 counties: Elgeyo Marakwet, West Pokot, Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, Nandi, Kakamega, Kericho, Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Migori. The theme of this event is building climate-resilient livelihoods through inclusive and sustainable natural resources management. It reflects the importance of InReMP to our people, not just in the target counties, but across the entire country. Let me take this opportunity to appreciate the host ministry or ministries. And I really want to acknowledge that the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, together with the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, who are the implementing agencies, and all partners involved in INREP, including IFAD, Green Climate Fund, and Global Environmental Facility. We acknowledge you, we thank you. The focus of the program on counties in Western Kenya is informed by the tremendous pressure that this region is experiencing from climate-related shocks. It will enable counties which are rich in agricultural potential, biodiversity, water resources, and hard-working communities to better respond to the challenges of climate change, environmental degradation, food insecurity, and rural poverty. Implementing this program demonstrates our determination as a nation to turn these challenges into opportunities for us to proactively restore our environment, improve livelihoods, and strengthen household resilience. It will contribute to our socioeconomic transformation journey, enabling us to secure a better future for the current and future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is blessed with abundant natural resources, including forests, rivers, wetlands, rangelands, and fertile agricultural land. The livelihoods of our people are deeply connected to these foundations of our food systems: water security, rural economy, and national prosperity. INREP's people-oriented interventions provide a strategic response to the biting problem of land degradation, deforestation, declining soil fertility, loss of biodiversity, and shrinking water resources across the country. Therefore, the goal of this program is to contribute to improved food nutrition and income security for rural households within a sustainable and resilient ecosystem. Its development objective is to enhance integrated natural resources management, increase resilience to climate change, and improve the livelihoods of beneficiaries, particularly women, youth, and vulnerable groups. Interventions by the program will be delivered through three key areas. First, restoration and sustainable management of natural resources through supporting communities to restore degraded landscapes and manage forests, rangelands, wetlands, water sources, and arable land through soil and water conservation, catchment protection, and climate action. Second, improvement of livelihoods, incomes, and resilience, that is through promoting inclusive rural development by supporting agricultural productivity, value chains, irrigation, climate-smart agriculture, enterprise development, and income diversification. And third, institutional strengthening, policy support, and coordination. This calls for building capacity of the national and county institutions and the community structures. Expanding investments in these critical areas will therefore enhance our bottom-up economic transformation agenda priorities. The program deliberately targets women, youth, indigenous people, persons with disabilities, and other vulnerable groups. By promoting rural enterprises and sustainable livelihoods, it will stimulate job creation, income growth, and social inclusion. The successful implementation of InReMP will benefit the target communities and strengthen our national food systems. Building on the lessons of previous initiatives, including the Upper Tana Natural Resource Management Program, which was referred to earlier, and the Kenya Cereal Enhancement Program, will improve productivity, reduce vulnerability, strengthen food and nutrition security, and create more resilient communities. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by underlining the importance of partnerships, ownership, transparency, and accountability. InReMP will succeed where county governments anchor it in their planning, provide strong leadership, and effective coordination, while communities participate fully and take ownership of the investments made in their areas. Success will also be measured by the women and youth who are empowered to play their full role, and the collaboration of development partners, technical teams, and local institutions working together with focus and discipline. I urge the leadership and the people of the target counties to support this program as a vehicle for socioeconomic transformation. Let us use it to restore landscapes, protect water resources, improve farming systems, strengthen rural enterprises, and build hope in our communities. To the beneficiary communities, this program belongs to you. Take ownership, participate in planning, protect investments, strengthen local institutions, and ensure benefits reach those who need them most. Our commitment to this program will encourage IFAD and other development partners to continue supporting Kenya's ambitious green growth agenda. This will enable us to achieve our goal of restoring degraded ecosystems and building a greener, more productive, and resilient future. It is now my honor and privilege to declare the Integrated Natural Resources Management Program officially launched. My compatriots, fellow Kenyans, let me just take 2 minutes or 3 at the most to say 1 or 2 things. First, let me extend appreciation to the development partners that are collaborating with the government of Kenya to ensure that we can be resilient and self-sufficient in matters food security. We thank you for working with our 2 ministries, Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry responsible for matters environment. This is core to us, and it is something that we value. When President William Ruto made a state visit to Italy, one of the key engagements he had a few months ago was with the top leadership of IFAD in Rome. So as he goes there, sometimes people say, why did he go there? Part of the issue was to cement so that these 34 billion shillings can come to the people of Kenya. And if you take it loosely, it may not be exactly in that proportion, but with 34 billion shillings and 10 counties, then that means roughly 3 billion Kenya shillings per county out of the counties that have been mentioned here. That is a lot of resource. Hizo ni pesa nyingi sana kwa hizi county. Kwa hivyo, it is important that we maintain good partnerships with our friends in the international arena, and to also ensure that we use the resources prudently so that we can continue to benefit from what the international community can offer and what the taxpayers of Kenya are also providing through the budgetary process, accountability. The other point matters climate change. Hizi mambo, they don't understand sovereignty. Yeah, climate change and the impact, it does not know sovereignty. Ati hii ni taifa fulani. They don't know tribe. Hii mambo ya climate change haijui kabila. Yeah. Haijui region. Ikikuja na fujo itagonga kila mtu. So we must protect ourselves collectively as a community so that we provide an environment that can sustain our lives and sustain future generations. Kwa hivyo ni lazima tuzingatie sana haya maneno. Mheshimiwa Waziri alipoongea alitaja kwamba El Nino inaonekana hawa ambao wanadadisi wanaonyesha kwamba itakuwa. Kwa hivyo we are facing the impact here for now, where frost and dryness is impacting on the crops, but we must also prepare because we could have flash floods. Na tunakumbuka juzi hapa ile mvua ilinyesha ikabomoa ile inaitwa nini? There was a small dam here. In it, Solai, ikaua watu. Kwa hivyo ni lazima tuwe tayari, and I want to assure you that through the early warning systems, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Environment, and the department that deals with matters of disaster, they are collaborating very closely to be able to mitigate so that when the time comes, because it is going to come, we can have minimal challenges. We also hope we can participate fully in desilting some of the dams so that they can take more water during this crisis. So again, through this arrangement, we talk to our partners like IFAD that please collaborate with us closely so that if there is that emergency intervention which will be required, we can again pull together very quickly to deploy resources and capabilities to help the people. Sasa, ingine ni kuhakikishia tu the government is there to work for the people of Kenya. The president is serving the people of Kenya. He'll continue to do so. He has done so before. And I want to assure you that he is going to lead us until 2032. This is a message that you should not even bother to get into your head. Democracy is our way of life. And Kenya will always have free and fair elections. So I want to encourage everybody in this country that we are one people. Sisi ni kitu kimoja. And we must preach unity. We must preach staying together, working together. Mimi na Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Ruto, ambaye yuko hapa akituongoza, tulikaa siku 42 kule Serena tukizungumza na Wakenya ili utulivu urudi katika Kenya hii. Utulivu ambao ulikuwa umefurugwa na ukabila. Tulikaa pale tukizungumza na Kofi Annan, tukizungumza na Mkapa, tukizungumza na Gracia Machel, mke wa Nelson Mandela. Tukawa pale tukisema usalama wa Kenya ni umoja, sio ukabila. Ni mambo ya kuhuzunisha sana kuona viongozi wengine wanaamuka kila siku kuhubiri ukabila. Huo mtindo utafurahisha wachache kwa muda, lakini hautavua dafu. Utafurahisha wachache kwa muda, lakini hautavua dafu. Wacha kuweka Wakenya kwa magala ya kikabila. Nazungumza hivyo kwa sababu najua magala, silos, ya kuweka mahindi ama nini. Sisi ni binadamu, sisi ni Wakenya. Tunataka utulivu katika taifa letu. Haya mambo yote tunazungumza ya ukulima, this farming we are talking about, this IFAD programs, it cannot work without peace and stability. Wewe ona wale watu wanapigana huko Middle East. Hata ukiwa na airport ya kifahari haina maana kama watu wanapigana. Hata ukiwa na mabarabara za kifahari, watu wakipigana haina maana. Stima haitakuwa na maana. And this is why we must always ask ourselves, what is the economic value of peace? And mark my words very carefully. What is the economic value of peace? I'm not asking you what is the economic value of a road. I'm not asking you about what is the economic value of a dam. I'm not asking you what is the economic value of a railway or an airport. I'm asking you what is the economic value of peace. Without peace, everything else is a nullity, ni zero. Kwa hivyo wale wanahubiri ukabila, hata ukitafuta kura, wacha ukabila. Kwani wewe ukiwa mgonjwa na uende kwa hospitali hapa Eldoret Hospital, umepata ajali ya gari, utauliza daktari, kabla hujanipatia damu, niambie ni ya kabila gani? Haiwezekani. Yule mtu ambaye unashtumu kikabila, yale matusi ambayo unatoa kwa kikabila, labda damu ya huyo mtu ndio itakuokoa kwa hali yako mahututi ukiwa kwa hospitali. Kwa hivyo tuepukane na siasa duni, siasa ya matusi, siasa ya kutoa vitisho, threatening, nini. No, it will not work. It will not work. 56 million people in Kenya. All of them Kenyans. All of them citizens. All of them brothers and sisters. Na wewe kila siku unaamuka na ukabila. You will fail. And you will fail miserably. So, as a society, as a people, let us be solid, let us be united, because that is the Kenya we want to see. Mimi natembea na Mheshimiwa Rais sana kwa mambo ya foreign affairs. We are happy to have Kenya where it is. And we should thank God for it. Majirani wanachapana. Mataifa mengine yanachapana. Millions of children are out of school. No food. No jobs. No prospects. No light. No clean water. But here, you have it. And you can speak freely. Unaweza chongoa governor. Wanachongoa president kila siku. Wanamrushia maneno, sisi tunarushiwa maneno. But people still move. Wanatembea. So we thank God for what we have. But let's not take it for granted as a citizen. Na wale wanasema, oh, this is an election in one constituency is normal. A by-election. We've had about 10 by-elections. 10 by-elections. How many has UDA won? How many has ODM won? And how many have the other parties won? These are by-elections. Sio kitu ya kutisha mtu. Kama umetishika bwana wewe toka hapa. Have courage. Yeah? Sisi ni wa Kenya na haya maneno between now and 2027 there's a time ya kufanya campaign. And me, I'm very confident. President William Ruto is going to prevail democratically. Kupitia kwa debe. Hakuna njia nyingine kwa sababu katiba yetu inasema mfanya nini? Mpige kura kutoka elections. That is how it's going to be. And we have always held elections on schedule. So these elections shall be held on schedule. All I can encourage you is that kuna watu ambao wamechukua IDs lakini hawajaenda kuchukua kura. Unangoja nani? Chukua hiyo kura, use it. That is how you'll determine your leadership from the grassroots to the top. So, ladies and gentlemen, nilikuwa nataka niseme hayo nikiwa hapa in this beautiful county of Uasin Gishu. Bwana Koti Moja, Governor, you deliver your messages very effectively. Ukimsikiza, he speaks quite well. And I want to thank everybody, the technical people behind this program, the ones who are going to implement in the various counties. You have a job at hand, do it effectively, deliver effectively. Tunataka Wakenya wawe na pesa mfukoni. That is the bottom line. Pesa wapi? Kwa hivyo tukifanya haya maneno ambayo tunafanya, what we are aiming for is kuweka pesa mfukoni. Tunataka Mkenya awe na purchasing power. Tunataka Mkenya awe na nguvu ya mfukoni. Hawa vijana saa ingine wanasema mwanaume ni wallet. Sio nini? Sio sura. Mwanaume ni wallet, sio sura. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni kusema pesa wapi? Tunataka tuhakikishe vijana, wakina mama, kila mtu ana pesa mfukoni ajitegemee. Na hiyo ndio decision ambayo President William Ruto anasukuma. It may appear difficult for now, but ultimately tunataka hizo programs ziende. Kwa sababu wengine wanasema tutakuja kureverse programs za Mheshimiwa William Ruto. Sasa utareverse gani? Ameandika walimu 100,000. Unataka kureverse wale? Uwangoe. Utawapeleka wapi? Kuna vijana wetu, community health workers, over 100,000, tena wako mashinani. Unasema you want to reverse the president's policies. So unataka wale waende nyumbani. So which one do you want to reverse? Barabara inajengwa dual carriageway. Inatoka Nairobi. Ipite huku, hii ya Mau, na kuenda paka huko kwa border. So that uchumi wa Kenya upanuke. This is the main artery for the region. Wewe utakuja kungoa hiyo lami ama utakuja kufanya nini? Anataka kutengeneza SGR. Itoke Mombasa, iende Naivasha, iende Kisumu, iende Malaba, tufanye modernization ya the current meter gauge. Biashara ya Wakenya ipanuke. Wewe unasema you want to reverse. Which one do you want to reverse? Affordable housing zinajengwa, watu waende. They live in the houses. So, utaenda kubomoa. Wewe wacha kutuambia you want to reverse. Tell us what you will do. Not what you are going to reverse and to destroy. Hii ni porojo. You see, what the president is doing is what was in every manifesto ya kisiasa. But nobody had the courage to take that gigantic step to make the difficult decisions. He did it. And for these programs to be properly entrenched to serve the people of Kenya, we must vote for continuity. We must vote for continuity. So that wale wanathubutu ati they can reverse, waingie pale when their time comes, wajue it is not possible to reverse. That is how it should be. And we want a petition-free victory. Petition-free. Kibaki was the last one to enter without a petition in 2002. 2007, vurugu. 2014, presidential election, wakati Uhuru alishinda, petition. 2017, petition. 2022, petition. Sasa tunasema 2027, no petition. And to achieve no petition, it means we must register and vote. Ladies and gentlemen, my vote will be for Ruto. Where will yours go? Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
All right. I'll bet a round of applause for the Joint Cabinet Secretary. Thank you. Right. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, sir. I'll now request with a lot of humility that you approach the booth over there for the official unveiling of the program design report. Welcome, sir. And I request to be flanked by the Honorable Governor, Waziri for Environment, and our PSS as well. All right. Your Excellency, you will proceed to cut the ribbon first for the unveiling. Your Excellency. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, remember this program is going to run for 8 good years. If at Kenya, please kindly join the Honorable. All right. They are there already. All right. Let's do a countdown of 8 years. Let's say 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Makofi. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Tafadhali makofi, makofi, makofi. All right. There you go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, sir, that is the program design report booklet over there. Makofi, tafadhali. All right. All right, niombe tafadhali. All right, makofi. Ebu kama una kofia ya IFAD, ebu peperushe juu. Hiyo kofia iko wapi? Kofia juu, kofia juu. Weka juu kabisa, vigelegele kidogo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now official for the next 8 years, beginning today. Integrated Natural Resource Management Program, building climate resilient communities. All right, thank you, DJ. Thank you. Thank you, DJ. I'll now request to clear the way. Let's allow our chief guest to approach the podium. All right. All right, the booklets, they can hold them from here. I'll request one booklet to be given to our chief guest, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, another one to be given by to His Excellency the Governor, another one to be given to Waziri for Environment, Principal Secretary, State Department for Agriculture, and also Principal Secretary Engineer Ngeno over there. Kindly hand over the booklets to them for a photo, please. All right. Your Excellency, I'm told that booklet is 10 kilograms. That is the program design report. Very well. They can now pose for a photo. Very, very heavy, 10 kg. So our cameraman, you okay? All right, 3, 2, 1, smiles. Thank you. All right. I request now our deputy governors to kindly join them for a photo, and any other principal secretary present here. All right, IFAD Kenya, please. The coordinator, please. Mr. Kubok, kindly join them. And after Dr. Kubok and our mother here. All right, Vice Chancellor, please. Oh, Vice Chancellor, please. Karibu sana. All right. I'll request now all the CC members from the various counties kindly join them from behind there. All right. Mwende nyuma yao tafadhali, mawaziri wetu. All right, all right, all right. I'm being guided. Our chief guest is magnanimous enough. Anasema wacha awakaribia alafu msimame hapa chini. All right. Thank you, Your Excellency, for that. PCMU InReMP team, kindly PCMU InReMP team. All right. All right. And then after that photo, I'll request all of us, we will fall back. We allow InReMP, have you joined? InReMP, please. Very quickly, InReMP. After the photos, we will allow everybody else to take back their position, and we allow His Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, alone to remain on the stage. Are we good? Thank you. Everybody now can go back to their position. We allow our chief guest to remain on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the tail end of our official launch. Nitaomba wengine wote tutarejea kwa nafasi yetu. We will remain with His Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, alone on the stage. And I'll request, ladies and gentlemen, let's all be upstanding for the national anthem. And Reverend, kindly you'll move closer for the closing prayer. Tusimame wote kwa wimbo wa taifa. Wale wana kofia ambazo si rasmi, tafadhali tuzivue kwa wimbo wa taifa. Wimbo wa taifa. All right, as our chief guest takes his position, Reverend, please.
Tuombe. Tunakushukuru Mwenyezi Mungu, Baba wetu wa mbinguni, kwa nafasi njema ya baraka kubwa kwa Uasin Gishu County, kuona baraka hizi zote ambayo Mungu uliandaa tangu mwanzo, tukiona ikitendekea kwa wakati wetu wa namna hii, kama vile tumekusanyika Bwana kupokea hizo kibali chako kwa ajili ya kaunti 10 ambayo Mungu wataendelea kufanya kazi na wamama na vijana kwa counties mbalimbali. Nakushukuru kwa mgeni wetu wa heshima mkuu ambaye Bwana amejalia nafasi kuja kushiriki pamoja nasi na kusungumuzia chimbo hili la Uasin Gishu, Nandi, Elgeyo Marakwet na Trans Nzoia na wote ambao wamewakilishwa siku ya leo. Nakushukuru kwamba Mungu wetu umetusaidia mpaka tumefikia mwisho ya kukamilisha ibada hii, na tunakushukuru kwa wakati huu ambao tumelaunch officially kwamba kazi hii imeanza sasa. Tunaombea gavana wetu ambaye amekuwa mkarimu kutukaribisha sote hapa ili neema yako iweze kuwa juu yake. Tumeomba sasa kwa jina la Mungu Baba, Mungu Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu, tunaomba na kuamini. And now may the grace and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We may all be seated. We allow His Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, to leave at his own pleasure to proceed to the holding room, of course guided by our protocol team. Let the rest of us kindly be seated. Thank you very much. It's now official. The Integrated Natural Resource Management Program is on for the next 8 years. All right. Thank you very much. And now let me give it to our county coordinator, Mr. Nathan, to guide us on how we